Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have my go-to glam makeup look in natural lighting. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my makeup on a day-to-day basis in natural lighting. So no studio lights. This is how I do my makeup, just right in front of a window. I just thought it would be a little bit more chill and different to show you guys makeup in natural light. So as you guys just saw, I started off this look with the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow setting spray and priming spray. I absolutely love this spray, especially for the summer. It gives my skin the most beautiful glow. And now I'm going in and filling in my brows and outlining the brows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Chocolate. I figured I would leave in my full brow routine in today's video because I know I tend to skip over it in my normal beauty videos that I film in my studio lights, but just to show you guys how I've been doing my brows, just going in with the Brow Wiz and then topping it off with the Profusion brow powder. As always, you guys know this is my favorite eyebrow combination. I do believe they discontinued this brow powder, which is so sad, but I'm just going to use up the rest of mine while I can, and hopefully I could find something similar to it, but mine is falling apart, as you guys can see. To prime my eyes today, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, just using a little bit of this in the shade Light Beige, is the shade that I wear in the summertime. Just using this on my eyes as a primer and blending it out with my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge to prep for eyeshadow today. You guys already know I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina palette whenever I want to get glam, whether it's daily glam or a more intense glam. The Jackie Aina palette is everything. So first I started off with the shade Ginger on the Wet n Wild crease brush, but I didn't love how the brush was placing the color, so then I switched over to a little bit more of a dense Morphe brush to really fluff and place that shade into my crease. Just a beautiful neutral brown, perfect for this go-to glam look. On my lid today, I'm going in with the shade Zam from the palette, which is the most beautiful rose gold lid shade. I am spraying it with a little bit of that same Catrice spray because I find this shade can be just a little bit flaky and have some fallout with the glitter, but this is the most beautiful lid shade, definitely something that I use a lot, and I would classify this lid shade as very bridal. This is totally something that I would wear on my wedding, just that classic neutral glam that I love. So I'm placing that shade with the wet brush, again taking it a little bit above my crease just to accentuate the shape of my lid and make my lid also appear a bit larger. Now from the palette, I'm dipping into the shade Credit, which is the beautiful deep chocolatey brown here, and I'm applying this on the outer corner of my eye with an angled shader brush. Now for today's look, I wanted to go for more of an exaggerated outer corner, so I'm really taking my time with this angled brush. I'm also going to be switching over to a little bit of a smaller brush right here, just to make sure that I'm really getting that dark shade precise in that outer V, just taking it a little bit up into the crease, but I really wanted today that exaggerated outer V type of look with the deep chocolatey shade. And then here to do a little bit more blending, I'm going back with the original crease shade that I used, which is called Ginger, and just blending out the dark shade on the edges here to give it a really nice, soft, and diffused look. My mascara today is e.l.f.'s Keep Your Curl Mascara. This has been one of my absolute favorites when I want really long and intense eyelashes. I have been loving this. So here are the eyelashes done. Super quick and easy for you guys, not to waste any time. Of course, you totally can go in with falsies if you're a falsies kind of girl, but you guys know me, I just love mascara. So to prep the base now, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Hydrating Primer Serum. This makes for a really nice, not only hydrating, but also a little bit of a sticky gripping base on the skin. This makes my makeup last all day long and look so nice on the skin as well. But of course it is still summer and I want to go ahead and balance out that hydrating primer. So I'm going in with the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer today on the center of my face. Again, just to balance out the hydration so I don't get too oily and dewy throughout the day. And the mattifying primer also kind of smooths the skin, fills in the pores, and just makes for a beautiful base no matter what foundation I'm putting underneath. Surprise, surprise, the foundation I'm using today is the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay. I am using this because this is my go-to glam foundation when I want my skin to look absolutely perfect. This is the foundation for me, but honestly, in the summertime right now, this is the only foundation that really matches me perfectly in my collection. So I'm wearing the shade 130 today, and I'm just applying this with the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, which is my favorite for applying my foundation and concealer. And I just did, I think, 1.5 to 2 pumps all over my face, and this foundation gives me a beautiful coverage and a beautiful finish every single time. And lately I have been preferring carving out my eyebrows with my foundation instead of my concealer to get a better match, so that is what I'm doing here, just using it on a little concealer brush and then blending it out with my sponge. My current favorite concealer, of course, is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm using this again in the shade Light Beige for the summer. So I'm applying this in the same spots that I normally put my concealer, under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, as well as on my chin to even out the skin and give me a little bit more of highlight in that area. This concealer is so amazing. It gives really beautiful full coverage, but I like it because it also can be sheared out and worn a little bit more light when you want more light coverage on the skin for a light makeup day. Once the concealer is all blended out, I'm just hitting it with my little handheld fan for a few seconds because I like the concealer to dry down on its own a little bit before I set it with powder. Another current favorite from e.l.f. is their Halo Glow Loose Setting Powder. I'm going in on my sponge and just really setting the under eye. Any of those areas where I put down my concealer, I like to focus the powder first, and then I'm going to go ahead and spread the powder around the rest of my face. But I like to let the concealer dry first because I find that this is such a wet, hydrating kind of formula that if you go in too soon with the powder, it kind of gets a little crepey under the eye and sometimes even removes the concealer. So definitely make sure if you're using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, just let it set for a few minutes on its own before going in with powder on top. To bronze, another oldie but another goodie is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rosewood Bronzer. On this day, I just wanted a little bit more of that warm, reddish toned type of bronzer for this glam. So I'm just fluffing this all over the typical areas where I bronze, cheekbones, forehead to give me that nice sun-kissed look. And then lastly, of course, going in and really contouring out and chiseling the nose as well. Blush today is Wet n Wild's Color Icon Blush in the shade Mellow Wine. This is the perfect deep nude, no blush kind of blush for my skin tone. I just absolutely love it. So applying that on the apples of my cheeks, going back towards my bronzer to give my face more of a lifted look and just really letting myself have fun with the blush. I've been really liking to wear a decent amount of blush, even a little bit on the nose and stuff like that. And now moving on to the under eye, I'm just going in with the same exact ginger shade that I used earlier and really smudging and fluffing this underneath the eye. I'm highlighting my inner corners today with the shade Soleil in this palette, which is a beautiful light champagne shade. I absolutely love the formula of this particular shade in here because it's so vibrant and intense, yet it doesn't have any glitter or loose shimmer, but it is perfect for the inner corners. And now finishing up the look, I'm going in with a pretty decent amount of e.l.f.'s Keep Your Curl Mascara. I've been liking more of a heavy lower lash look, so that's what I'm doing today as well. Now for my favorite part of today's look is highlighter, and I'm actually using that same Soleil shade from the Jackie Aina palette to highlight my face today. As I just mentioned, this formula is so smooth, it is so perfect on the skin as well, and I love that it really ties the eye highlight and the face highlight together. It is a beaming, beautiful highlighter. Also a really good tip if you guys are traveling and you don't want to pack a separate highlighter, and to really set down all of those powders. Again, going in with the Catrice Dewy Glow Setting Spray. And lastly, to finish up today's go-to glam makeup, I'm going in with my favorite peachy nude lipstick ever, which is ColourPop and Kathleen Light's What's Your Sign lipstick. It is just the perfect nude lip for this look, and I absolutely love how it tied everything together. All right, you guys, so that is going to complete this video. That is my go-to glam makeup look in natural lighting. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this video without any studio lights. Maybe it gave you a sense of how the makeup looks truly and everything like that. But again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.